Get your hands off my dog!
On February 27th, 2022, an officer from the Broward County Police Department in Florida noticed a vehicle idling in an apartment complex parking lot. The vehicle had its hazards on with the driver's side window down. While this may be a situation that is commonly recognized by the general public, it is actually a traffic violation in the state of Florida. Florida State 316-1975 states, a person driving or in charge of any motor vehicle may not permit it to stand unattended without first stopping the engine, locking the ignition, and removing the key. According to the police report, after approximately 10 minutes after the police officer witnessed the vehicle remaining unattended, he starts knocking on nearby homes to try and identify the driver of the vehicle. When the driver steps outside, their conversation quickly sours.
What's going on, man?
Hey, how's it going?
Is your Jeep?
Yeah.
What's it doing?
I was just running to my sister's house.
Okay. Well, why is it running? Why can't you turn it off?
Because I was running in and out.
But you weren't. I've been out here for 10 minutes.
I have a nephew that's 8 years old. I'm just bringing him home. Is there an issue at all?
Yeah, you're having an unattended motor vehicle that's running with its window down. So you're supposed to. So if this got stolen, then you're going to call us wanting help. But you're the one that leaves it running with the keys in the ignition and the window open.
I'm sorry. I wasn't nervous about that at all. I wasn't a thought on my mind.
But it needs to be a thought in your mind. And you got a wad of cash in the back seat sitting on the floor.
That's a fake wallet, sir. It seems like
What do you mean?
Huh?
What do you mean it seems like I'm starting an issue for no reason?
Where is he?
On the passenger floor, but I don't know specifically, but somewhere over there.
It's my 8-year-old nephew's wallet.
Yeah, if I didn't think it looked like a wallet, then the bad guy's definitely not going to think it looks like a wallet.
I'm not that scared. Like, I'm just not a person that's that nervous about anything.
Well,
I do apologize that, and like I appreciate that.
Where are you going now? Are you leaving now?
I appreciate that you're looking out.
You hanging out here, or are you going somewhere?
I'm registering the vehicle. I was gonna get it over to the visitor section. That's all. I'm just trying to not get towed. Is there any problem at all, sir? I got the registration. I got my insurance on the phone. I can show you whatever you need.
Why is this such a big issue to you?
I feel like I'm being interrogated about a vehicle. I ran in. I'm bringing my nephew home.
Sir, I've been out here for 10 to 15 minutes, walking around looking for somebody. You haven't just run inside and run back out. Okay.
No, do you have kids? How old are you?
That doesn't matter.
How old are you?
None of that matters. I don't have to answer that question.
I no longer
do you have your ID? I'll take your ID.
Answer that question.
I'll take your ID.
I don't have to answer that question.
How am I going to issue the citation without giving the ID?
A citation? What is the citation? What is the law that I'm breaking?
Okay, now I'll take a routine. ID, please.
Okay.
You are breaking the law of leaving a motor vehicle unattended.
In a parking spot?
With the keys in the ignition and the window down.
That's illegal?
Yes,
what subsection is that?
I don't have to provide
What subsection is that? I would like to see it right now. I would like to see that that's a law that I broke right now.
If you fail to provide me your ID, you will be detained.
I'm gonna be detained for. Yo, I went to my sister's house, dude. Like, this is crazy to me, man.
I'm sorry that this feels crazy to you, but are you gonna provide me your ID or not?
Give me a second, sir.
No.
Give me a second,
how that goes.
sir.
I'm asking you to provide me your ID or not.
Sir, what am I being arrested before? What am I being detained for?
You're gonna be detained.
What am I being detained for? I don't. Kiana, please come downstairs. Please come downstairs. Yo, this officer is interrogating me because I left a key in the vehicle. I need you to call an attorney. I need you to get somebody to help me right now. Please come downstairs. He said he's been here for 10 to 15 minutes.
Come on over here.
He said that he's. Sir, please do not touch me.
I don't want to touch you, but
Sir, please do not touch me. Am I under arrest? Am I under arrest? Why are you grabbing me? You're not allowed to grab me. You are not allowed to touch me or put your hands on me. Kiana, record this.
Please give me your ID.
Record this, Kiana.
Please give me your ID.
Yo, why am I under arrest?
All right, you're being
Am I under arrest? Am I under arrest?
I'm just asking for his ID. That's all I'm asking for.
Record this. Go live. Go live on Instagram right now. Go live on Instagram.
Put your other hand behind your back.
Go live on Instagram right now. Am I under arrest? Am I under arrest? Why am I being detained? Why am I being detained?
You are not answering my question.
Why am I being detained? I just dropped my nephew off. I just dropped my nephew off.
I agree. You need to calm down.
I just dropped my nephew off.
You need to calm down.
I just dropped my nephew off, dude.
Nope.
Am I under arrest?
You are being detained.
Am I under arrest?
No, I mean, you're going to be.
Yo, I got an ID in my car. I've got an ID in my car.
Okay, that's
am
all
I
that we
under
need to go
arrest?
to.
Why are you trying to squeeze my hand with that weak grip? What, am I
Put your
under
other hand
arrest?
behind your back. Put your other hand behind the back. Do it now. Do not reach for anything.
Am I
Put
under
your other
arrest?
hand behind your back.
Am I under arrest?
Put your other hand behind your back.
Am I under arrest? Am I under arrest?
Detained.
Are you recording this?
Put your hand behind your back and go into the ground.
Are you recording this?
Last chance of my dog's coming out of the car. Last chance of my dog's coming out of the car.
Fuck ass dog, man. Am I under arrest? Am I under arrest? I'm down.
Get on the ground. On the ground. Hand behind your back.
Fuck off.
Can't on 1036. What the fuck? Hey, get on the fucking ground, do it now! K9 1031, Canal, north side. Going eastbound. PC Bat Leo. Couldn't get my dog out. He's going towards the entrance to Disciple Road. He may try to get to the east community of us.
Once the suspect runs off, the officer calls in other police officers to help locate the suspect. This is where the K9s come in.
Alright, where'd you got him? Last have him, we walked. I walked this little area here. I had him last rounding the wood line.
He shouldn't. Last rounding on this side?
Yep.
K94, whoever's in Fisherman, go all the way to the south end.
While the arriving officers get their K9 unit ready, the officer on scene returns to the vehicle in question.
Ken, I want a white female come out from 202. I believe she took the keys to his vehicle and went back inside the house while we were 36ing. Ma'am, come out. Come out now. Where are the keys to the car? Why did you go and take them? Go ahead and put your hands behind the back.
All I did was just...
Go ahead and put your hands behind your back.
K94, what's your 20?
I didn't do anything, sir. My son's in the house, sir.
I'm in Fisherman, about halfway down.
Do anything.
Well,
That's
you
my
came
brother.
outside and took the keys after you just saw me fighting
with
a...
Because I just wanted to turn it off, sir. That's
Okay,
it.
that's fine. You're going to have to wait now.
I'm sorry, sir.
Am I going to need to put you in handcuffs or are you going to sit here?
No, sir. My son's sleeping. He has school in the morning at 6.
What's all that nonsense?
I don't know. I really don't know why he acted like that. He called me and I just came downstairs like, what the fuck is going on?
Okay.
You heard me. I told him to calm down, sir. Seriously.
No, I know, but
I didn't know
I
why.
only escalated him.
I don't know
Now
why
I got a
he
bloody
did that.
nose.
I don't know why he did that. I swear to you. That's my brother. He
So
just
we have
came
some
here.
issues now.
He came upstairs for a minute. I told him to move the car. He left it on, and then you guys came. I don't know what happened. He really wasn't even here doing nothing. He was about to leave.
That's what I didn't understand. So I wanted to talk to him about and see what his ID was, make sure his ID was good. Because these guys, just his car's running with nobody in it.
I swear
we can't do that.
He just left it down here because one time he parked here before and they towed it, so he just left it on real quick.
Yep.
So he could drop my son off.
I can understand that, but when people don't stop and talk to me, then
yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know
we have an issue.
why he reacted that way. Why the fuck he would act like that? I told him to calm down.
I agree. I just literally wanted to get his ID, and I was just going to verify who he was, and we're going to get him out of here. He said he wanted to start screaming and yelling and making a scene out of it.
On the ground.
That's fine. No, we're on him. Where is he? We're on. Back on. We got him.
We're searching.
God damn it. Check my wind. I have.
Yeah, boy.
You gotta get him. Still. Get that man.
Tell him stop biting me. Stop biting me.
Get your fucking hands off my dog. Get your fucking hands off my dog.
Biting me.
Get your hands off my dog.
Biting me. He's biting me. He's biting me.
Stop.
Stop biting yourself out. Knock yourself out. Don't touch that dog. Stop biting me. Don't touch that dog. Tell him to stop biting me.
He's gonna keep biting you till I get your hands.
Tell him to sink.
Pull out. Walk out.
Please.
Walk out. You ain't
Walk out. Walk out. Stop biting me.
He's not coming off till you come
I don't
out.
want to hurt you, but please stop biting me. Stop biting me.
Get out.
All right, young. Stop biting me, man.
Put your hands behind your
I
back.
didn't do anything wrong.
Put your hands behind your back.
I have my
Put your
keys
hands
in my
behind your
car.
back.
All right, tell him stop biting me.
Get on your belly.
Tell him stop
Get
biting me.
on your stomach.
Have him stop biting
Get
me.
on your stomach.
Sir. Please, sir, have him stop biting me. Have him stop biting me.
Get your hands off the dog.
Get your hands.
All right.
Crawl out. Crawl out.
Still biting me.
You're not giving up.
Let him crawling out. Try to bite me now. I'm out.
Lay down.
I'm out.
Lay down and you get it again.
I'm out.
Got it. I got it.
Back up.
I'm out.
Can't afford. One in custody, star arrest you for dog bite.
I'm out.
Good boy, Bubba.
Please, I can't breathe. Please,
Gotta go, boy.
I my keys in my car.
Woo! That a good boy, Bubba. That's a good man. That's a good man.
After he is apprehended, the officers drive him over to a hospital to get a medical evaluation. At the hospital, the bickering between the officer and the suspect continues. The blurred footage is being viewed as we received it from the police department.
Well, sir, you are under arrest for battery Leo, resisting with violence. You are receiving a citation for parking a motor vehicle, unoccupied and left running with keys in ignition, and as well as, I believe, battery on a police dog.
I'll make some more things up.
I'm sorry, make some more things up? Well, that's what happened. And even your sister explained to us exactly what she saw happen, so it is what it is.
Did you get bit on the legs?
I bit on the legs and the crotch multiple places. After that, told him to pull your dog back 50 times. You could have easily restrained him. I had him restrained and he told him to go back at me.
Yeah, well, that's called battery on a police dog. You're not allowed to touch him.
Yeah, and he was biting me.
That's what he's. That's his job, buddy. Unfortunately for you.
Hey, what's up, man? Got you a little souvenir. For your bad choices tonight.
It was my bad choice.
Hey, don't worry about that right now.
Yeah, for me dropping my nephew off and you were detaining me.
Hey, sit up a little bit.
Without a charge or anything.
Sit up a little bit.
Sometimes I had to ask you if I was under arrest. I'm the crazy man.
Go ahead and
myself. Ask that man if I was under arrest 10 times.
Look, I ain't here to discuss your case, alright, buddy?
Watch this dude right here.
Watch me. I'm a pretty nice guy.
Tell him to get on the ground and tell the dog to bite me again. Real class act. He's a good dog. He wasn't really trying to hurt me at all.
Well, he's a dog. He's got no bottom teeth, you know?
I'm probably older than you, man. I'm 36 years old. How old are you?
Yeah, you're older than me. You got me by 10. But I've been doing this for a few minutes, man. Look. All I can say is things obviously didn't go.
You gotta train them guys to read the rights, to tell you why you're being arrested, to follow the law. That's it. Like I'm coming to my car, I got keys in it. He just makes up a reason. I say, hey, let me look up the law on my phone then. And then he grabs me by my wrist and says, you being detained. I said, am I under arrest? And he slams me on the ground, puts his fucking knee on the back of my neck, and I'm not supposed to run. I was in fear for my fucking life. Don't give me I could do without the speech. You gotta teach these guys better.
Alrighty. Well, like I said, make sure you keep care of that, and
You got a card?
Have a absolutely blessed rest of your life or something.
You have a card?
End of my involvement.
After the arrest, the case had to go through the court system to determine the verdict. For this case, he was facing charges for 1 count of battery on a law enforcement officer, 1 count of resisting an officer with violence, 1 count of resisting or obstruction without violence, 1 count of unlawful malicious strike of a K9, 1 count of leaving an engine running with the key in the ignition. Months after the incident, the suspect failed to appear in court, resulting in an arrest warrant being issued. Upon the suspect's second arrest, the suspect again resisted arrest according to court documents. He reportedly fled from officers in a blue Jeep. The chase ended when the suspect hit a mailbox and flipped over his vehicle. For the second arrest, he was charged with 1 count of resisting an officer with violence, 1 count of battery on a law enforcement officer, 1 count of operating without a valid driver's license, 2 counts of leaving the scene of a crash, 1 count of violating a driver's license restriction, 1 count of license not carried, 1 count of failing to submit insurance within 24 hours, 1 count of failing to use due care, 1 count of failing to give information or render aid, 1 count of failing to display registration. The suspect, after spending months in jail, changed his plea from not guilty to nolo contendere, or a no contest plea. This means the suspect does not admit guilt, but they agree to receiving a sentencing as if they were found guilty. This prevents the case from having to go through the court system, possibly leading to a more serious sentencing. For this, the suspect had to serve time for battery on a law enforcement officer, resisting an officer with violence, resisting, obstructing an officer without violence, and for the unlawful malicious strike on a K9 from the first incident. The charge for leaving an engine running with the key in the ignition was dismissed. For the second incident, the suspect had to serve time for resisting an officer with violence, battery on a law enforcement officer, operating without a valid driver's license, and leaving the scene of a crash. All other charges were dismissed. His total sentence would run for 364 days. At the time his sentence was decided in December of 2022, the suspect already had a credit of 211 days served in the Broward County Jail, leaving him to serve the remaining 153 days after his sentencing.
He's squirrely, man. Squirrely, huh?
He was fucking, he was trying to grab, he was grabbing Cash by the snout. He was trying to choke Cash, he was hitting Cash, so then I was hitting him.
I want to know what this guy's fighting for, man.